Hey, what is up everyone? Danny and Alex. In this video, we're going to show you guys some mobility exercises you can do if you're training Jiu-Jitsu, mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing. It doesn't really matter. Any sport whatsoever. These are going to be great exercises before you start training, all right? And sometimes as a recovery protocol, you can also add some of these exercises on your days off as well to enhance recovery. So check it out. All right, so the first exercise here is for your shoulders, all right? So if you have tight shoulders, this is gonna be an excellent exercise. I love to do this type of exercise. It's called the W, but instead of just doing it in the air, we're gonna do it against the wall, all right? It's gonna give you a flat surface as a guiding point. So you wanna make sure that you lean against the wall, your upper back and your shoulders are touching the wall. Now, if you're super tight, you're gonna need to take a few steps forward and have the lower back and your hips off the wall, of course. But if you're limber, and you're more flexible, you can do this against the wall all the way through, okay? So now what you're gonna do is start with the overhead reach. You're gonna bring your arms all the way above your head, almost touching each other. And what you wanna do is try to touch the shoulders and the elbows from here against your wall. You wanna have the back of your palms, your knuckles against the wall. And now he's gonna go nice and slow, bring the elbows towards his waist, nice and slow, and breathing the whole way through. And now stopping here and coming back up to the starting position. All right, so you're sliding the back of your palms, your wrists, and trying as much as possible to keep the shoulders and the upper arms sliding against the wall. And this is very challenging, but that's what you want to always try to do, is keep everything tight and going nice and slow. And you're going to feel that as you're going through the reps, go back up nice and slow, keep going, Alex. On the first rep, you're going to be very tight. On the second, third rep, you're going to get looser. And by the fourth and fifth rep, now you're going to get more range of motion. And if you do this on a daily basis, and the more frequently you're going to be doing this type of exercise, the more limber and the less tight your shoulders are going to become. Very good exercise to do for your shoulders. Very good. All right, next up we're going to do what we call eagles. All right, so basically now we're going to start in a lying position from the side. We're going to bring our legs together and we're going to have our palms together as such. Now what he wants to do is bring his hand back, all right? The top hand's gonna go back, but at the same time, he's gonna bring his leg forward, right? So as he drives his right leg up, his right arm goes behind him, he stretches his spine, and then he comes back and closes the position, all right? He goes again, opens up as far as he can go, and closes the position. And all of these exercises we're showing you today, you gotta go nice and slow and control them, all right? Never go dynamic on these ones, all right? So you want to do 5 to 10 repetitions. These are just exercises that we like to do as a prehab, all right? So these are, prehab means injury prevention, and then rehab is injury recovery, if you will, okay? So basically, if you do these regularly, it's going to prevent you from getting injured in sports, and in our case, Jiu-Jitsu. And if you're slightly injured, or even if you're just tight, these are going to help you limber up and recover faster, all right? And of course, you would do both ways. And you want to do 5 to 10 repetitions on one side and 5 to 10 repetitions on the opposite side. All right, next up for the shoulders once again, and your back and your spine. Place a foam roll right here underneath your lap. All right, so that way there your hip and your knee stays elevated slightly. What we want to do is the windmill motion. All right, so he's going to go over his head, graze the floor all the way through, come back, and bring his hand back into the starting position. All right, nice and slow, rotate as far as you can go. And of course, if you're very tight, you won't be able to touch the ground as you do this motion. So start in the air, go nice and soft, come back, and never go quickly on these movements, all right? I guarantee you guys, if you have tight shoulders, a tight back, if you do these movements regularly, a couple of times a week, or even once a day if you want, it takes you about 10-15 minutes max. You're going to feel great and you'll have a better range of motion, especially if you're doing martial arts like we do. All right, so the more you train, if you train against some size as well, if you're lifting weights, whatever it is, you got to do mobility exercises. All right, stretching is not enough. Stretching is just stretching your muscles, but these types of joint exercises are great because they enhance your range of motion. All right, so this is great for martial arts. And once again, you want to do 5 to 10 repetitions, and then you would do the opposite side for the same amount of reps. All right, next up, we're going to do a similar exercise. This time is for your back and your shoulder, all right, stabilizing that joint area in the shoulders when we do mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing, even Jiu-Jitsu. A lot of dynamic movements happen in the shoulder girdle. So what we're gonna do now is grab a slight weight. In this case, we're using a very light dumbbell, 4 pounds. And what he wants to do is keep his arm straight and now bring it behind his back, keeping that arm locked. Bring it nice and slow, and then coming back to the starting position. All right, so the lower body stays in the same position, but just the upper body starts to twist, but he wants to have that concentric resistance, right? So as he goes, he doesn't want to turn the back all the way to the mat. It's just the shoulders trying to reach to the mat, which you won't be able to at first because you're going to be too tight, but you want to go as far as possible in this direction right here and then coming back. And now the added resistance of a light dumbbell is going to help you stabilize it and strengthen the area as well. All right, so you want to do 5, even 10 repetitions on one side, and then switch sides, do the same amount of reps. All right, next up, we're going to look at basic stretches. We're going to show you 4 different leg stretches you can do. All right, so you're limbered up, you're working your mobility. So what you want to do is keep the legs straight. Now he's just going to bend forward, touch his toes. All right, and now we're stretching the lower back, the glutes, the hamstrings, even the calves slightly. All right, and if you shift your weight slightly towards the toes, you're going to feel a stretch in the Achilles as well. Very good stretch. It's a very basic stretch. But now, if you're not just warming up, you're doing this as a workout on its own. Very good, Alex. You want to hold the positions for about 20 to 30 seconds on your stretching. All right. On the first set, you go nice and light. 20, 30 seconds, maybe like 50, 60% of your max stretch. You do another set, maybe of 20 or 30 seconds, you go a little bit further. And on the third set, you're going to hold the maximum tension position you can possibly hold before injuring yourself, of course, for another 20 or 30 seconds. So every one of these stretches, you want to do a few sets of these, okay? That's the first one. Now the second one, sideways here, Alex. He's going to take a deep lunge position, all right? And he's going to stretch his hip right here. So now you're stretching, you're stabilizing on your lead knee, all right? Keeping a 90-degree here, but also stretching the quadricep of his right leg as well as his hip flexors. And we're also going to hold this position for 20 seconds. Once we've done this, we're going to switch sides, come back and do the opposite leg. And stabilizing here. Very important, keep your body straight, your knees straight and aligned. And now stretch the hip and the quadricep in this position. Very good. All right, next up, we're going to have a seated position now. And he's going to show the crossover stretch. So he's going to keep one leg straight. He's going to cross his foot opposite side of this. And now he wants to take his right arm and bring the elbow across his leg as such. And now he's going to press against his own leg and hold that position now. So what we're doing here is stretching our back, our spine, loosening up the lower back especially, and also the hips and the glutes. All right. So a lot of times, what happens with the posterior chain when we train Jiu-Jitsu or mixed martial arts, Muay Thai, boxing, so many kicks and twists, everything gets so tight. This is great to limber everything up, and we like to do this at least once or twice a week. We do this routine to really limber up and do some mobility and get some flexibility into the tight areas of everything we're training. All right, so the opposite side is done here. Same thing, stretching, and just like the previous exercises, you want to hold the positions for 20 or 30 seconds, relax, do the opposite side, and do 2-3 sets of these, all right? Really important stuff. You're going to feel great afterwards. Very good. Okay, the last exercise is going to show you for this tutorial. He's going to have a lying position. He's going to lie down on his back. He's going to elevate one of his legs. He's going to cross his foot over his knee, okay, as such. And now he's going to elevate this leg here, and this is going to support this leg right here. So basically, we're stretching the right side here. He wants to stretch the hamstring, he's stretching his glute. And now by using this leg here, it's elevating, it's supporting this leg. So now he can use his own leg as he had a training partner to stretch. See, I can push here, but if he's solo and you're solo at home, you use this leg and you push onto your own foot, your own ankle here, and that's gonna stretch your opposite side, that leg. A really good stretch. It loosens up your lower back, your glutes. And once again, you wanna hold the position a little bit, relax and go back, do a couple of sets. And if he does the opposite side, same thing. Raises one foot on top of his lap, and now he just pushes. And this is great because you could do it solo, and you can go with your own flexibility on this one. These are types of exercises that you can't do enough of. You're not going to overtrain by doing mobility or even stretching exercise. You can do them a little bit before your workout, during your workout, mid-sets. You can also do them after your workouts or as a standalone workout on their own, okay? You can do them a couple of times a day if you feel. If you wake up in the morning and you're stiff, do these exercises for 5 minutes before going to bed at night. Do them another 5 to 10 minutes. These are great exercises. We usually do Sundays as recovery, and our Sundays usually we just like train very lightly, but we'll invest at least 10, 15, even 30 minutes once a week minimum on doing mobility and stretching exercises such as these ones. All right, guys, so there you have it. Some stretching and mobility exercises you should be doing regularly if you're super serious about martial arts. Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, Muay Thai, mixed martial arts, wrestling, we do it all. So we like to do these exercises as injury prevention, but also as recovery as well. Guys, hope you enjoyed this content. Leave us a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more content just like this one. And we will see you
in the next video.
Take care.